G'day there. Welcome to the Closing Bell on, it's the 20th of July for me. I had to record this in the office on the Thursday afternoon. So I'm sorry if the audio isn't that fabulous. And today I'm just going to have a quick chat about, a former stock that has hurt a lot of people in the past, Nuix Limited, NXL. This is the one that was floated and then got absolutely hammered and has been under a lot of pressure from the regulators for misleading the market, etc., and lots of legal problems, falling from $11 down to $1. So I've had my eye on it and just thinking that possibly for the punters out there, it could be nearing the end of its big sell-off period. It just came out the other day and said that its earnings are actually going to be all right. I think EBITDA going up from around 30 mil to 44 mil. So people are starting to think maybe the worst is over for this stock. And these sort of stocks, when you've had a lot of pain, it takes a while. So you do often have a long period of sort of sideways motion before the thing gets going. That's what's called that rounding bottom. And that sort of structure has been playing out. And I just wanted to show you up close, if we really look at this, and this is a monthly chart of NXL, and go and have a look at the way it's been moving based on the way I look at things. And this is a monthly chart. You can see here, we've got the monthly buy pivot. It was a few months ago. Then we got another nice big up bar there. And since that huge run from, nearly 50 cents up to $1.60, it's a big run. And then it did come back off pretty sharply. And if you have been watching these videos, you probably won't be too surprised that I'm going to show you that the rally from the lows, if we then look at the correction, has pulled back quite nicely into the buy zone of that whole wave to the upside. So that's the first sign that things, you want to see some sort of a reversal out of there. And we've certainly seen that with the announcement just the other day. Big jump today on the Thursday, closing at $1.13. And look, there may be some weakness still to come. But this sort of a stock, look, it's very high risk, of course. You'd want to give it room. I have stop losses below that low, really around 50 cents in this one, looking for some sort of a recovery trade on it. But that is starting to shape up as an interesting one. Probably a buyer on the back foot as it heads back below $1 from here. So that's the sort of trades that I'm starting to see out there. Really, that feeling of that bounce back from very oversold levels, that there's an opportunity brewing. We're also getting, nearly 2 years since the market peak. And I've just noticed over a long period of time, over the last 50 years, once you're getting that 2 years beyond a major market peak, it's often time to start really looking around for opportunities. And there's a hell of a lot of beaten up market darlings out there. Hopefully you were watching a few months ago when I gave you MP1. That stock has really taken off like a rocket. Let's have a quick look, an update on that. And again, in the comments in YouTube, I'd love to hear from people if they have bought that and are really happy, sitting on a huge win within a few months. Gave that one to you based on my strategy around $5.77, and less than 3 months later, that's up nearly 70%, which is pretty fabulous. I'm very happy about that, and really that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Also, Spotify has really taken off, and I also gave you that a couple of months ago. Let's have a look at that stock. I analyzed Spotify for you in Closing Bell around $150. Just through here, sort of noticing, the big wave to the upside from a few years ago. And then you can notice the big clear out of positions down here, going into sort of 2022, 2023, and then the false break of the low of that range, and really potential for it to have a bit of a move, I said, back towards that point of control initially. And from there, who knows? So you can see it really has had a nice run, hasn't it? Since I gave that to you, 150, it's up at 180 now, up 20% in less than 2 months. So if you've been listening to these, hopefully a few of you have gotten on board, and it gives you a sense of, some of the opportunities I think are out there. Bit of an idea of bounce back stocks, I think, is what I'm looking at. And the fact that the bear market getting a bit long in the tooth, and things starting to attempt a rally. Still a chance things can fall over again. Of course, I've told you about that, but that doesn't mean there aren't some opportunities out there. All right, well, I think that's enough for this week. Let me know how you've been going in the comments, and I'll come back with more next week. Cheers.